Loved my electric blanket.
I love electric blankets.
But I feel like they've gone out of style.
They have.
Why? Are they dangerous?
Well, no.
Do they kill people?
I think...
I'll take a glass of water.
You can drink water and have an electric blanket.
But not if you spill it.
No, you
what
can't.
What happens if you spill it?
It won't happen. It's
an electric blanket.
It's called insulation.
I spilled my water, Mama.
How many people do you know died?
Some barbecue Jerry.
Welcome to the Board Game Snobs podcast. Critically harsh reviews with a touch of class.
Okay, go.
Tell me when. Tell me when to go.
Okay, please start speaking now, Jerry.
Okay.
Apparently is what the words I need to say.
Welcome, everyone,
once upon a time,
to the Board Game Snobs podcast.
You understood.
Brought to you by myself, Jerry, and my friend Gabby.
Hey.
Follow us on boardgamesnobs.com, our defunct website, or at the Board Game Snobs Guild on BGG.
That's where you really need to go.
Instagram is where you need to go because that's
really
where we're popular on Instagram. We're not really on Twitter, are we? We're on the Tumblr.
Yes, everything I put on Instagram is on Twitter.
Amazon.com.
Follow our link.
Priceline. And the Dice Tower
Ashley Madison.
Network. Who? 2000.
Ashley Madison.
Who's Ashley Madison?
You don't know?
Oh, that was that website where people would go to do bad things, and then they got busted and their names got posted.
Terrible.
Back in 2017, was it?
So they should have. Don't go on the internet and try to be incognito.
All
your information's there.
No, you just click the little tab with the guy with the hat and the glasses on Chrome, and you are literally in incognito.
But then it says it doesn't work.
What do you mean it doesn't work?
Like, I mean, what are you doing?
Look, when I put on my little hat,
you don't think nobody sees you?
I am incognito.
So your wife, you put your hat on, glasses in your living room. Your wife's like, "Excuse me, sir."
She's calling the police.
Jerry?
There's a strange man. There's a strange man in our living room.
Jerry?
I'm like, no,
it's me.
It is I.
I didn't recognize your hair.
Yes, she doesn't. Well, I wear my little beanie hat. She doesn't know.
With a propeller?
With the propeller. Actually, that's not a beanie. Doesn't necessarily have to have a propeller.
What?
It's just a little
what
flat.
Is the hat with the propeller?
That's just a beanie with a little buzz thing on it.
And why does it have a propeller?
That's because
that to give the implication to the child that he might fly if he spins it fast enough?
I think that was just on the
Little Rascals.
Little Rascals.
I always wanted a hat like that.
Well, you should have had one.
They should have made it a huge, giant-sized propeller that could auto-rotate upon jumping off a building if you held onto your hat hard enough.
I need you to answer this question. I need you to answer it truthfully.
Okay.
Your favorite little rascal right now. Who is it? Don't think. Just speak.
The chubby one. The little boy.
Which one?
The main.
What's his name?
You know how long it's been since I've seen Little Rascals?
Spanky. Yes.
Yes.
Everybody says buckwheat, but they're wrong. And on those who say alfalfa, you can just go on about your business. What are we talking about? Oh, we're not talking about the things in the past. This podcast.
Downloading Levelator.
What's Levelator?
I'm hoping it's working.
Oh,
I'm still operating on a new computer, not the one that we have received yet from Average Joe. But
I just wanted to say, Average Joe, you are better than the Average Joe. You're the above Average Joe. If you don't know Average Joe has a gaming podcast, apparently. What was it again?
Average Joe's Gaming Podcast?
Where basically, to reiterate what Average Joe has done to us, we had a...
For us,
and to us?
And to us, okay.
Well, he did. He sent us a laptop.
You know what he's done to us?
I don't even know.
He has reinstilled my faith in humanity.
Aww.
Here I was at wit's end, thinking all is lost. Life is terrible. But hey, here's a stranger, effectively, going to help us out. Very nice.
Grabbing at the assistant manager of Office Max because he cannot recover our data.
Retrieve our 1 terabyte of data, please.
Yeah. Yeah,
There's gold on there. Gold, Jerry.
that's the best podcast we ever shot on there, man. You got to help us out. Our laptop died, and the hard drive apparently also died with it. And because of that, that's why our podcasts have been irregular and late, despite my own illness and family emergencies and everything else that's been going on in our life. Life has been rough here lately.
It has. I spent 2 weeks in the hospital with my mother.
Yeah.
She's not doing well, but hey, I'm not here to talk about that. I like to distract myself, and I distract myself with podcasts
And alcohol.
board games.
And alcohol.
And alcohol.
Kanichi.
And, sometimes life can be a little rough, but hey, there's things to help you pass that. One of those is good friends, like my friend Jerry Baker.
I love you. I love you too. Mainly because this is the place for which I go to get away from my wife and kids. And it's peaceful here. And you have
That's my wife's in the next room.
You have all
TV.
you have all my games.
Loud level, if you can hear it.
You also have my Kalex shelves and all my board games here at your home.
Yes, so you have to come over.
I have to come over.
If you want to play your games, you have to come over.
This is like Stockholm syndrome. I'm hostage. Do you want to play your games? You have to come over and play them with me. Okay, sir. No. We're going to look back at 2018. This was not meant to be our 2018 look back podcast episode, but it has turned into.
Times are tough.
Times are tough. We are getting late.
Wait. Before we do, okay.
2019 is getting long in the tooth. We got to do something. Go ahead.
We are. But we recently played one of your Kickstarters.
What's that?
A very small game
Called?
Cryptid.
Oh, yeah.
Tales from the.
No, not Tales from the Crypt.
Oh.
It was a $10 little dice game that I got off Kickstarter that has pretty decent production, but it was rather blah.
It's a little small dice. I don't like the small dice.
Why don't you like the small dice?
Because I like big, bulky dice.
You like bulky dice?
Sagrada, it irritates me that all those dice are that small. Make it the size of a full-size die.
Well, what determines that, though?
A regular die that everyone knows.
What if your hands are very petite and you enjoy a smaller dice?
Who does not like a big, bulky die? Like, one of the reasons I like Star Wars Destiny is because of the big, bulky die in it.
They do have overweight dice. They're very chunky.
Good. Chunky. That's the term I'm looking for.
Chunky?
Like the soup.
Favorite soup, because chunky soup is it pretty much your favorite soup?
Out of a can?
Out of a can. Nobody likes Campbell's. That's just sodium. They'll just drive your blood pressure up. I like chunky, or I like, what was that other one that's got all the vegetables in it?
Vegetable soup?
No, this is a brand. I can't remember.
Chef Boyardee?
No.
Not Campbell's?
No, it's not Campbell. No, it's not Campbell's.
Made here in Paris, Texas.
Yeah, they have a big factory here.
As is Pace Picante sauce.
What?
Pace Picante sauce is not made in New York City. It's made here in Paris, Texas.
Yeah. Did someone say New York?
At least it's bottled here. I'm assuming it's made here.
Needless to say, we're not here to talk about soup. We're here to talk about our favorite
Sometimes we talk about soup.
board games of 2018.
Okay, what do you got?
Right off the bat, Gobby, was 2018 a good year?
Okay, well, to be fair,
No. Go ahead, be fair.
I've been involved in board gaming to a more extensive degree only in the past few years.
Like 5 years, 6 years.
Maybe 5 years.
Okay.
But in those first 2 years, I was like just getting into the hobby, just finding out all the stuff. I was getting like the intro games, Ticket to Ride, Carcassonne. I was kind of just dipping my toe in. It's only really been since me and you got together and started podcasting and playing games, and you were a little more in the know. You used Board Game Geek more than I ever did, but now I'm using that, so I can't really compare it.
Okay.
However, our last time we reflected upon 2017, there was Godfather, which I remember very clearly being our favorite game. And there was a few others, which I cannot remember. So what that tells you, I don't know. Upon looking back on 2018, this is my problem with 2018. The best games were reprints.
Ooh.
Or what do you call that?
Not revisions. Basically, another reprint. Reprints your
they were reprints.
reprints.
There was some decent games, don't get me wrong, but and again, I didn't get to play hundreds. I have counted here maybe 20-something games. So out of all those, the ones I really thought I would like, I didn't really care so much for. Everdale, beautiful game. Yeah. Dinosaur Island, a lot of game, but mechanic-wise,
While you're rambling, I'm going
Rise of Tribes, I kickstarted the deluxe version of.
Man,
it was blah.
That was blah.
The crypto, a good. What do you want? What do you want to do here? You want to do like a top 5? Or you just want to talk randomly about them?
I want to talk. Since people are used to us being scatterbrained, why should we do anything organized?
Okay.
If we did something organized, it would probably upset the viewers or listeners, whatever they're doing. Look, 2018.
Yes.
Since I have been in modern board gaming, which is probably let's say.
Where else would you be if not modern? Past board gaming?
Past board gaming.
Since I've been in future board gaming.
Yeah, since I'm from the future. 2013 onward.
I have something to tell you. I am from the future. And VR is all the rage.
No, it's not.
Chronicles of Crime.
No, it's not. No, it's not. I will curse the person who thought it was wise to strap a cell phone to your face and think that virtual reality was even a thing.
Because my eyes, I have one of those viewfinders.
Yes, which is terrible.
Blanks out everything and you look like you're welding something.
You look like Geordie LaForge, but not as cool.
No, you look like you're welding. And
I've never
the
welded.
eyes don't focus.
They don't.
Like, maybe I've got a terrible one. I don't know, but it's not good.
It's not good.
Give me a good old-fashioned board. Take me to past board gaming, not modern.
Right. So, just to give you an idea, this is 2018. Again,
This is actually 2019.
This is 2019, but I'm talking about the games in 2018.
Oh.
As one popular board game reviewer says every year, this is the best year in board gaming, or it was a great year. 2018 was probably one of the...
you got to make offhanded remarks about something.
I'll make offhanded remarks about whoever I want.
And then be vague.
Because I am vague, because I don't want to start any fights. Okay. I used names one time.
I like to be peaceable.
I got booted off of Facebook. I'll never forget the time that I made an ill-timed joke about a popular board game reviewer, and 300 people got super butthurt.
That should tell you
I would like to apologize
You're nobody.
to all the people of Facebook that I butthurt. Go about your business.
No, that sounds like you're butthurt.
I'm not butthurt.
You got butthurt.
My butt is in fine condition.
I've noticed you've been doing squats as we speak.
They're called lunges.
Why are you doing that?
I like to lunge. It helps
making your podcasting difficult.
It helps with the thighs as well. You don't want flabby thighs.
Well, I'm doing keto.
Keto diet. You're getting keto diet, and you've lost how much weight? Like 22 pounds.
Yes.
Yes. You're going to have that thigh gap if you keep doing the lunges like I told you to do. Yes, all the rage.
Oh, yeah.
2018 was...
Not keto, Kegels.
Kegel diet? No.
I'm doing Kegels
No, you're
now.
not. No.
I'm tightening my sphincter.
I do appreciate that you enunciate words that aren't commonly used perfectly. Because how many times a day do you use the term sphincter? You don't. But you did it just then on a podcast. Thank you, sir. 2018 wasn't a great year for podcasting or board games.
It was a good year for podcasting.
It was a great year for podcasting. It wasn't a good year for board games.
There were a lot of board games.
There was a lot of board games.
And that's the deal. It's overwhelming.
Do you remember a few years back when they started remaking all the old movies, like Ghostbusters and everything? Everything's a remake.
Yes.
Like they did that. That's what we've entered into in the board game realm. Is now we're out of fresh ideas right now. How about we reprint, remake, and rehash everything? There has been a lot of games that have just been simply rehashed. and nothing particularly inventive. Well, no. Let me rewind that back up. Let me wind that back in.
Don't be so mean.
I'm casting out to grab that statement, and I'm winding it back in.
Okay.
There is a lot of innovation going on. It's just not at the forefront of the hobby. Does that make sense?
Or it's just not hitting right now.
It's not hitting right now. Okay, I'll give you that. So I want to talk about 2018, and we want to talk about our games, and this is off the cuff. As you well know, we don't prepare well for our podcast, mainly because we don't have time to, and nor do we want to, because it adds a certain...
In fact,
our podcast...
today, I got off work early. I'm like, hey, Jerry, I'm getting off of work early. Can you get off work early? Yeah, I'll see. Cool. He got off work early. We met. We played a couple of games. We're like, hey, we need to get some podcasts in. Since my computer crashed, we have nothing to post. Sure, let's do it. So we squeeze that in. Here we are, recording off the cuff.
Boom. So I want to talk about some games.
So we're setting the bar low is what we're saying.
Where the bar is very low. If you're coming here for quality entertainment.
Go somewhere else.
No, you come here for entertainment.
No.
This is the entertainment.
Just download us. That's all we need. You don't have to listen.
Oh, yeah, just download us. We got like 300 listeners now.
We're doing pretty good. That's why I want to keep the momentum going.
I don't want to keep the momentum going because I don't want to become mainstream. Because essentially what's going to end up happening is I'm going to end up saying something, or you're going to forget to edit me out. All the people don't realize our podcasts are 2 hours long. You edit out like an hour of everything I say.
Hour and a half.
Pretty much. So one of these days you're going to forget. You're not going to edit something out. And next thing we know, we're going to have the entire board game community mad at us.
Oh, well.
2018. The only rule for this podcast is we just talk about games that were published according to BGG. Advanced Search 2018, and we're going to talk about
I just looked up one I thought was 2019, but it's apparently 2018.
Well, why don't you talk about it? Let me give you a drum roll.
Crusaders.
Oh, God.
Thy will be done. This is the fourth time we've talked about it, but yet none of the others have reached the air yet because they've all crashed, died, burned.
No, they may have been put out by now. We don't know.
Yeah,
you don't know. We may have to go back to the future and find them.
Depending on how successful David at Office Max is.
David, we're relying on you. Please recover our podcast from our hard drive.
Whether we put it out or not, Crusaders I Will Be Done, a 2018 release according to BGG. It is in my top 5 of 2018.
Oh, it's all right. Listen, I'll refer back to my podcast. I'm not going to hate on it any further. It's fine. It's enjoyable. I will say this. The Roncalla.
I like the production value.
Nice. Thank you, TMG, for actually doing something this time.
Yes.
I will say that the game has an audience. I feel like there are going to be people who truly enjoy this game, and there are people who like to go around in circles with the little Roncalla thing. Rondell. It's not a terrible game by any means. It's like, when you come home and you think to yourself, you know what I like? I like a refreshing beverage. And you go and you get the Coca-Cola or Dr. Pepper down here in the South. And it's flat.
Ugh.
And it's like, where's the fizz? That's how I feel about Crusaders.
Oh.
It's all right, but it's kind of flat. It's like, it's just not that. It's all right. I'll play it with you.
It's Euro-y.
Euro-y?
Yeah.
It was
Euro-y.
Yeah. I see what you did there. Because France is in Europe. Are they still in Europe?
Yes.
They have
not Francixed.
Francit at the disco.
Hey, look, we have a TMG sitting on top of a TMG.
What does that give you?
TMG squared.
Oh, well.
Speaking of squares, how can we segue that?
You can't. You cannot. I didn't know what you're going with. Oh,
root.
No,
square root.
Oh, yes.
Snap. Square root.
That was our best segue of the year, and it's not even that. Yes, square root. I want to talk about the most overhyped game of 2018. Let's talk about Root. Root's not a bad game.
No,
it's just not a. We
we're super excited to play. Jerry brings home this game. I've seen it on Instagram. People are talking about it. It's been reviewed. It's been highly reviewed.
Hyped.
Jerry finds it on his cross-country trek with his wife on vacation. He searches store by store by store by sold out. He finds a copy.
It was wonderful.
He brings it home.
I bought it.
On one of our days off on a weekend where we actually have a complete day to play games. We cancel everything in our lives.
We didn't even eat.
We didn't eat. We just woke up. Jerry shows up like at 6 o'clock in the morning. We start playing games.
Didn't even brush my teeth.
Brings over Root. Brings over Enrique. We play the game. The rules are I didn't read the rules.
They're fine.
But it's very asymmetrical.
They're fine.
So it's like, I have to know my part. Jerry has to know his part. We've reviewed this game already. Just listen to that podcast. And it was okay.
It was okay.
I was wanting to be blown away by this war game that is with fowl and feline and rodent and other things.
It birds. It's got a lot of neat things going for it. Boy, the art's nice.
It's a beautiful game.
It's interesting, but
it's a solid, good game. It did not blow me away, and I was disappointed.
I remember being in the second grade, and there was this girl that used to jump rope all the time at recess, and I couldn't jump rope, but she would sit out there and jump rope, and I thought,
why could you not jump rope?
Because I have issues with my knees. Plus, I'm flat-footed. Plus, I was web-toed
So
at the time.
hurt?
Yeah. So she would jump rope all the time.
You were the mariner.
The what?
The mariner with webbed toes.
I can swim fast.
Like Waterworld. He had webbed toes. You're the next evolution of man. You don't even know
Kevin
it.
Costner.
Are you a good swimmer?
No.
Oh.
I'm
well,
like-
then your webbed toes do us no good.
I'm like David Dunn.
Double D.
Double D. Email us if you know who I'm talking about.
Stop.
Okay.
Stop asking for emails.
I can ask
about
for
things that are very well known.
I can ask.
As if it's obscure.
I can ask for an email if I want
Email us if
to.
you know about David Dunn in the world's #1 movie of the week.
Never mind. This podcast comes out like 4 months late.
That's true.
This is probably going to be in April by the time you release
They're
this.
like, are they talking about that movie from like 4 months ago?
So, anyways, this girl used to jump rope, and I used to assume that it was fun because she did it all the time. And one day I went out there and I got to learn how to jump rope, and I realized it's not that fun.
It's fun. I like jumping rope.
No, you're just jumping up and down. You don't need the rope.
crisscross?
You don't need the rope. I don't crisscross
You
applesauce.
could just jump.
I don't crisscross. You just jump.
No, but the challenge is to get over the rope yourself. Because you stumble over the rope. You don't just jump.
That's what Root's about to me. It's like jumping rope. Yes, you can do it. Yes, it's entertaining. Yes, you could do certain things to kind of mix it up. But at the end of the game, it's just you doing your thing and everybody else at the table doing their thing. Root teeters on the edge of being one of those games that I want to get rid of out of my collection. But at the same time, I don't get rid of it because it's unique. So do I knock people for liking Root? Absolutely not. I think it's a fascinating game. That's why it's in my collection. Am I clamoring to play it? Not really. It didn't deserve the hype that it got.
I think we played it 5 times.
And it's been okay.
And we have yet to play it at the full capacity of 4, not counting the...
Do you see it on my shelf? That's why I have it. It's because
know.
I want to keep it. I want to play it. And I want to see if
We want to like it.
I want to like it. I want to see if it ages like fine wine. But
Because it has solid mechanics.
It does.
And I enjoy the game. But something, I don't know how to describe it, something is missing.
Something is amiss.
Something is a mist.
So,
Sierra Mist.
which is not as good as Sprite.
High Sierra. High Noon.
What are you doing? Are you trying to segue into something?
Free Word Association.
I talked to you about this. You know,
Gary Cooper.
Gary Cooper. You know what they used to do? The psychologists used to do this thing where I'll say a word and you tell me the first word that comes to your mind.
Yes.
You ready for that?
Okay, go.
Okay, go. Dog.
Fart.
Bottle.
Nose.
Dolphin.
Oh, come on.
You did it to me. You've turned the tables.
No. You can't do that.
Television.
Free.
Spark.
Knots.
Spark is what?
Knots.
Knots.
Yes.
Spark knots?
I can't tell you. I'm literally giving you I'm not pretending. These are the first words that come to my mind.
Chevy.
Truck.
Car.
Toe.
Mistletoe.
Knots.
You're terrible. I have determined, according to this internet database, that you are a serial killer. 2018 games. We got to move along. You know what else came out?
We don't have to move along.
You know what else came out in 2018?
Podcast all day.
You know what came out in 2018?
Lots of things.
The Mind.
The Mind. Very good.
You liked it?
Yes.
Are you telling a joke? Because I'm like losing you. You liked The Mind?
You enjoyed it.
It was...
Stop. Stop this.
You don't tell me what to do.
When we played the game, me, you,
it was
Mike,
fun.
You were like,
Mike?
I can't believe this is a fun game. I can't believe I'm having such a fun game with such a basic. I mean, yeah, 1 through 100. There was some lay the cards down. It was fun. It was, as you say, activity.
It's an activity.
What is an activity?
It's not really a game.
Games, tag, freeze tag, hide and seek. Those are games, but yet they're activities. It's a game.
Okay, whatever.
The Mind is fun. I enjoyed it.
It's okay.
It is one of the games I bought, I purchased, I played with multiple people at several different occasions, and it's one of the ones from 2018 I thoroughly enjoyed playing.
One game we have not gotten to play that is sitting on our shelf.
So we're just jumping now?
No.
Are you off the mind?
Yeah, I've lost my mind.
That was it?
It slipped my mind. It's Treasure Island, which you purchased, which you want to play.
It's right there.
It's right there. And one of these days we'll play it.
One of these days we'll play it.
Another one that we did play that is in my top 5.
Okay, let us do top 5.
I haven't got a list.
I can look at this right here and tell you the top 5.
Well, I'll tell you what, since you're so prepared.
What did I say before was in my top 5?
You don't even remember what was on your top 5?
No, really. Tell me what was
Crusaders.
Okay, Crusaders in my top 5. The Mind in my top 5.
Okay, just go down your list. I'll make my list while you're doing your list. Since we're doing a list.
Cryptid, top 5.
You know that I like to know ahead of time so I can make my list, but you didn't tell me ahead of time that I was going to have to make a list. But now here I am.
Welcome to.
Forget it.
Top 5.
We'll do it live.
That means I have room for one more.
You'll do
Brass. So, Crusaders.
But what about
Crusaders, The Mind, Cryptid, Brass. Did I miss something? I just said something else. Welcome to. For the games I have played of 2018. Oh, snap. Oh, snap. Oh, snap. High Society. I did not see that one. If I was to boot one out, I would boot out
The Mind.
The Mind, put in High Society.
High Society is a reprint.
I know. And that's what I was talking about earlier. High Society and Brass. My top 2 of 2018. Both reprints. Even though Brass was redesigned and put out there, streamlined, yada, yada, yada.
Technically, let me pull out my soapbox. Brass Birmingham was not a reprint. It was original.
But it's a streamlined version of an original
different.
game.
No, it's not. It's different.
It is. Come on.
Different.
Come on.
It is different. Why are you saying no? It's not made by.
It's made by basic rules of Brass.
It's not made by Roxley. It's not made by Come On. It's made by Roxley.
Brass Lancashire. Brass Birmingham is nearly identical with maybe 2-3 rule changes.
It doesn't matter.
The ports.
Do you know how much of something you have to change to copyright it to say that it's original? It's about 10%. Would you say that Birmingham's about 10% different than Lancaster?
Probably so.
Boom. There you go. Well, that is why Brass Birmingham is my number 1 game of 2018.
It is mine too.
Thank you for listening. Go ahead.
No, I mean, that's of 2000. Brass Birmingham / Lancashire.
Boom.
I have yet to play them enough of each to differentiate which one I like more. Off the top of my mind, I remember liking Brass Birmingham a little bit more, but Lancashire had the
2-player.
ports or whatever.
Little two-player.
I'll play it
Yep.
2-player. They're very similar. They are super similar. It's the same principle game with some rules differences. But it's my favorite game of 2018, and it is in my top 10 of all time. Now.
What?
Yes, I love that game.
Well, didn't know that. Very nice. So, you heard it here first. Brass, a game that's been out for literally 10 years, has had a reprint, Lancaster, and there's also a newer, slightly different version.
Lancashire, not Lancaster.
Birmingham. Yeah, Lancaster's not any good. Lancashire. That's a good one. Birmingham, Lancashire, Brass. Get that. If you are a serious board gamer, give it a try. Excellent edition.
Both of them have their strong points.
Excellent games. Another game that was in your top 5 that you mentioned that I truly like, that I will go out and say that if, whether you're a heavy gamer, medium gamer, light gamer, you need to have in your collection, then that would be Cryptid. Matter of fact, Cryptid, when I first played it by Osprey Games, OG, was probably my favorite game of the year for a little bit.
Yeah.
I really like Cryptid because Cryptid, Brass is a heavy economic game with cards and all these moving parts, and it is somewhat difficult to learn at the beginning. It takes a little bit. Cryptid, however, Cryptid is a hidden movement game where the person who is hidden is not actually a person. It's a cryptid. It's a being, this animal that you're hunting. And nobody...
AKA...
The Bigfoot.
The Bigfoot.
The Yeti.
Loch Ness.
Mothman.
Excuse me?
Michael Jackson. What? Various mythical creatures.
Mothman?
You don't know about Mothman?
No.
No. Okay. What? The New Jersey Devil? You don't know about the New Jersey Devil?
No.
What about the Chupacabra?
Chupacabra?
Chupacabra. That one? That was a bad one too. So basically, you're looking for these things that are depicted
like almost mythological creatures.
Right. And so they're hidden out on the board, and it's determined by the instructions, and it's randomized because the board is modular, and each player has their own different clue. And I don't know your clue, and you don't know my clue. And you ask me questions, and it's kind of like a complicated game of Clue, but it's good, and I like it.
It's a deduction game.
Like it. Whether you're a new player, old player, great player, smart player, Cryptid.
It is a game I enjoy thoroughly.
That should be on the box. Gobby. This is a game I enjoy thoroughly.
A game that we have yet to mention that is in your top, and I feel as if you forgot about it because you don't have the list that I'm looking at in front of you. Endeavor.
No, I have it on my
Age of Sail.
I'm not going to forget Endeavor.
Okay.
Another reprint.
Another reprint. So far, our favorite 3 games, Brass, High Society, Endeavor, are going to be reprints.
You don't like Endeavor.
No, I don't.
Well, then I won't talk to you about it. Endeavor, Age of Sail.
We reviewed it.
It's a nice game.
Okay, we didn't review it. We discussed it on our previous podcast.
It's a nice game. And if you like quality productions and you enjoy sort of kind of worker placement, it's lighter and some resource management. It's just a mosh pods of this little bitty light mechanics. But I will say that there is some fiddliness with it. I can't blanket recommend it. So cautiously look at Endeavor. I can blanket recommend if you're a serious gamer, Brass. I can blanket recommend.
Blanket.
Yeah, just everybody get it.
Make it warm.
Cryptid.
What does that mean?
Make it hot.
Make it hot.
Covers everybody.
Got you. Electric blanket.
Endeavor.
Do you ever have an electric blanket?
I have one now.
Do you use it?
Yes, I do.
You're not afraid of the magnetic fields produced by the energy?
What are you talking about?
You've never heard of that?
There's magnetic fields produced by what?
Any energy you produce has got magnetic fields around it. And it's going to warp your brain.
Says the man who sticks a cell phone that literally emits radiation up to his head every day. And you think electric blanket.
I stick the Bluetooth up to my head.
You stick it in your ear, your inner ear.
Yes.
There is no... You've got enough Wi-Fi running through this house right now that you're probably losing brain cells and you're worried about my electric blanket.
Yeah, well...
I have sciatica. I'll use my electric blanket and worry about my aura later.
I remember being a young child and we had electric blankets because our heating wasn't good.
Yeah.
I loved my electric blanket.
I love electric blankets.
But I feel like they've gone out of style.
They have.
Why? Are they dangerous?
Well, no.
Do they kill people?
I think...
I'll take a glass of water.
You can drink water and have an electric blanket.
But not if you spill it.
No, you
what
can't.
What happens if you spill it?
It won't happen. It's
an
insulated.
electric blanket.
It's called insulation.
I spilled my water, Mama.
How many people do you know died?
Some barbecue Jerry.
It's not a
I
thing.
guarantee that's a thing.
That's not a thing. How many people? Give me a second. Go ahead and talk about something because I want to find out.
No, you can't tell me an electric blanket is not dangerous. If they weren't, why aren't they popular today?
They fall out of style. Things fall out of style.
But they work perfectly. It literally warms you in a house that has no heat. Just plug that rascal in and you're warm.
Okay.
The magnetic fields and the death by water.
There you go. This is from the BBC News for our Euro listeners. Published in September of 1999, which is about the time
the last year of the electric blankets.
Yes, the Phantom Menace came out. BBC killed the electric blanket. I will read this. I will read this to you. A campaign will try to avert some, are you ready, 20 deaths and 5,000 fires a year that occur as a result of using electric blankets. The government is trying to raise awareness of the risk of using blankets more than 10 years old. Elderly people above the age of 65 are accounted for 90% of the fatalities. It is estimated that more than 3 million unsafe blankets are currently in use in the United Kingdom. Friends, family, lovers, if you are in the United Kingdom and you have an electric blanket, please get it checked.
Stop using them. And whatever you do, don't drink water.
Don't drink water when you're around them. It could result in your death.
I told you, they're not around for a reason. They're unsafe. Back in the 80s and 90s, we were growing up. People didn't care. We were like, electric blankets for you. Electric blanket for you.
The Minister of Safety at Britain said that the new electric blankets currently on sale are currently safe. But there's an estimated 5,000 house fires caused by electric blankets in 1996. 816 needed the fire brigade.
I told you, they're not
What is
safe.
the fire brigade? Is that the fire department?
I guess
That's the English version of the fire department. We have the fire
department. It's a brigade.
Their brigade.
But isn't a brigade like an amount of people?
Yes.
Like a platoon?
But so is a department.
But a platoon is 100, right?
No, a platoon in military
10?
terms is 50. A squad is anywhere from 4 if you're in the Marines or 6 to 10 if you're in the Army.
Oh, I thought it was 100.
A squad, that's a squad. I believe the airborne have like chalks, which are between 12 and 18. Platoon is around 30 to 50. A company is anywhere from 100 to 150.
Really?
Yeah. A brigade is below, I think, about 300, 500.
Oh, wow.
A regiment's around 1,000.
Look at you.
Hey,
with your knowledge.
Hey, drill sergeant. Well, this is my dad's. My dad was a drill sergeant, but this is old information because each unit has their own different types of things.
So, like, what do you mean each unit? Like, Army,
each different
Navy?
branch. Like the Marines, I believe, back in the day had like a man of 4 were like a squad. And they had like
4 men.
4 men was a squad. That was their squad.
This is my squad,
That's
bruh.
squad. And so
if I get 3 other buddies, I can call us a squad?
Yeah, literally me, you, Enrique, and DJ were the squad. We're a squad.
It's a squad, bruh.
But your platoon and all, so it changes. And in each era, like the Civil War was different. And World War II, World War I, each era tends to have a different regulation.
I wonder what it is now.
I don't know. Haven't been
I'll look it up.
Why don't you?
What else do we have to talk about?
I'll tell you what I'm wanting to talk about is Welcome to.
Okay.
Welcome to probably one of the cheapest games I bought last year. A roll and write, but
You bought?
Yes,
Interesting.
Yes, I did. I bought it. I
You did?
I did.
You did?
I bought this for you. I had it shipped to your home.
You really?
I was on vacation and I bought it and had this shipped to your home.
I don't remember.
I know you don't remember anything. Like,
You know why?
Why?
We are one.
We are one. What's mine is yours.
What's mine is yours. Yours is mine.
At Welcome to.
May I have your house?
Well, I mean, I actually spend more time at your place than I do at my house. So technically, I mean, it's kind of there. Welcome to. I said it was a rolling right, but you're not really rolling. You're flipping out cards to determine.
Yeah.
And you have your own little piece of paper and you're just putting out using numbers to build your own little street, utilizing one of the 3 cards displayed out in front of you. And each of the 3 cards has a special action that you can do. And basically you're building your homes in subsequent order, 1 through whatever. and trying to do them in order. And it's basically like a push your luck game. But what I find fascinating is that everybody who plays the game has the same 3 cards out in front of them to choose from.
But it is vastly different in what they choose to do with them.
What blew me away is that we all have the same 3 cards. I look out and go, well, obviously I'm using this card and I'm working on this, and you're over there doing your own thing, and I can't tell what you're doing.
Obviously I'm using this card.
And then when the game's over, it's like your streets are like the ghetto, and mine are pretty good. And it's like, what happened? Well, did I use this, which made me had to do this, which I had to do this, and then down I went because I made this decision.
You went heavy swimming pools. I went heavy trees.
I like that. It's
an excellent game.
For the price point.
I like a game.
Tell me.
Puts, as we have said on a repeated basis on boardgamesnobs.com, we're not into asymmetry.
We are not.
We like level footing. I like a game where even footing. I like
the earth is flat.
Just as it was many years ago. Prove me wrong.
Yeah.
Science.
Yeah. Go ahead. I guarantee you.
Flat earthers.
I guarantee you right now we lost like our entire listenership because like we're making fun of flat
earthers. Like, oh boy.
Yeah, oh boy. We're making like, well, there's like we have like, what do you bet? Out of 300 people that listen to us, probably 290 of them are all flat earthers. And they're like, are these guys being facetious? Did you see?
Whichever team you're on, we're on your side.
Yes. Do you think the earth is flat? We're with you, bro.
Yes.
NASA, those lying suckers.
Spherical? Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's why we love Aquasphere.
I like it round.
And juicy.
No.
What?
Stop. We're not doing any more callbacks to Sir Mix-a-Lot.
Come on. Sir Mix-a-Lot. What happened to that guy?
Hey.
He made one song.
You go out on top. If Sir Mix-a-Lot taught us anything, it's one that certain people can't lie.
Hit it. And quit it.
And just leave. Just go.
Go.
Be done with it.
The getting's good.
Yes, and he did it.
Much like Lou Bega.
He hit that Mambo number 5.
Mambo number 5.
Made like millions of dollars off a Pepsi commercial.
Quit.
I actually was looking him up the other day.
That song.
And realized I had the Lou Bega Mambo number 5 cassette tape. It was not a CD. It was a cassette tape. And
a single?
A single. Literally every one of the like 13 songs on it sounded exactly the same.
Of course.
They were just different variations.
Mambo number 1, 2, 3, 4.
Mambo number 5. But it didn't matter because the man did what he did and he did it right.
Oh, you know how rare, that's why people say, you talk about one-hit wonders. You know how many people would love to have a one hit?
I'd love to have half a hit.
Exactly. You make that one song, you're in.
That's it.
That's all you need.
And Lou Bega is somewhere right now listening to this podcast in his mansion with all that Pepsi money.
If me and you could have that one hit podcast that sends us to the top, we're done. You've already declared you will quit.
I will sell out instantly. And then the next day, they would find me.
Okay.
Somewhere else. Okay.
Before we are completely done with this podcast.
Because we're not done. This
Ticket to Ride New York.
Blah.
A smaller... Okay, Ticket to Ride New York. We're not fans... Well, okay, I take that back. When I first started, I liked Ticket to Ride. But I've gone past it. Ticket to Ride New York is what Ticket to Ride needs to be. A 15-minute game. Done. It's okay. Rise of Tribes, Kickstarter the deluxe version. Blah
blah blah blah blah.
It's like
that's the sound my tribe made.
Yes,
well, they were the blah tribe.
Pandemic: Fall of Rome.
Oh, close to being probably the worst game this year, 2018. Fall of Rome. Didn't like it. Okay, blah. Don't even.
I disagree.
Okay, go on. Tell me what else. What else is worse than Fall of Rome?
I don't know. What else is worse than Fall of Rome?
Go for it.
Gen 7? The Estates?
The Estates was...
Estates. Another reprint, by the way.
It was No, it wasn't a reprint.
You said it was.
No, I lied to you because I do that sometime. I'm sorry.
No, I'm pretty sure it's a reprint.
The Estates was not great, but it may have an audience. Gen 7 was awful.
Gen 7 was atrocious.
Awful.
Okay, if you want a good... Okay, as we have said, we're not reviewers.
Are we?
We're talkabouters.
We're talkabouters. Let's
As
go
well
on
as-
talk about, son.
As well as Tom Cruise movies and Kevin Costner movies.
Do your Australian voice and say, let's do a talk about.
Good day, mate. Let's do a talk about.
That was great. Go ahead.
Crook could grab you, take you down.
No.
Throw you over and
Stop it.
over and
No,
over.
I'll regret saying
Till you
that.
stop ticking, kicking and kicking. It's good eating. Okay. If you want a good review of Gen 7, that
love Paul
literally,
Hogan.
they say everything I felt about the game, but they played the whole thing, and we played like literally 30 minutes of it.
Oh, we couldn't stand it.
Watch no pun included.
Who?
No pun included.
Ithka?
They very articulately, is that a word?
It is.
You want to see a good review of how we
Generic
feel about
7.
it. Watch no pun included.
Ithka.
Also,
And his
another
wife
good
is
review.
super smart.
No pun included. Brass.
Why are we plugging them? They don't need us. They got
They
like
don't need us.
tens of thousands of viewers. We have like 300 people watch us.
Listen to us.
Listen to us.
They don't
Nobody
watch
cares.
Because I don't mind plugging other people that I respect and like.
I'll tell you what. Some games that fell flat in 2007. Coinbra?
2007?
Wow, I'm sorry. I was thinking,
What came out in 2007?
what did come out in
I
2007?
don't know.
Top rated movie of 2007. Look it up. 2018.
Broken Arrow. No.
No.
That was 36.
That was. Look it up. 2018. Architects of the West Kingdom. It was all right. I didn't. Gobby loves Raiders of the North Sea. Same guy, Sim. Architects of the West Kingdom. Got a lot of hits out there. I didn't particularly care for it. I thought it was kind of bland. Coinbra, it's kind of fiddly. It was decent. Certainly not as from the same designers at Grand Austria Hotel and Lorenzo and Newton. I like Coimbra better than Newton. I certainly wouldn't.
Spider-Man 3.
You're kidding me. Spider-Man 3, where the emo Tobey Maguire starts
2007.
doing his dancing.
Domestic gross. Spider-Man 3. 336 million.
Who was Venom in 2007?
Topher Grace.
You tell me right now. Why didn't they call him up and say, hey, we're doing a Venom movie. You want to be Venom? You know why? Because he was terrible.
He was still being Red Foreman.
Was terrible.
He's got his niche. That was not it.
Terrible.
Shrek the Third. So 2 thirds were number 1 and number 2.
The bad guy in Spider-Man 3, Church. Hayden Church. What's his name?
Thomas Hayden Church from Wings.
Beautiful actor. Probably the best
I don't see him
bad guy.
anymore.
Huh?
I don't see him anymore.
He doesn't have to be. He's an excellent actor. He's done his thing.
Lowell. Lowell from Wings.
Yeah, I love Wings.
Transformers came out in 2007.
Don't want to talk about that.
Pirates of the Caribbean.
Wonderful, entertaining film. The rest after that?
No, incorrect. At World's End.
Was it pretty good?
That was the third one, I believe.
Was it good?
No.
Oh,
Like, the only entertaining one was like the first one.
pretty much. Chronicles of Crime came out.
I Am Legend.
One of my favorite books, ruined by Mr. Will Smith, who's about to be the genie and ruin everything that we had good in our childhood.
Also,
And
the year that 300 came out. Wow. Juno, Rush Hour 3.
2007 was awesome. That's why I was thinking about it.
Super Bad. Enchanted.
Literally everything that good happened in 2007.
Blades of Glory.
Blades of Glory. Who doesn't remember that playful romp with Will Ferrell
And Napoleon
and
Dynamite.
Napoleon Dynamite? Yay!
What came out in 2007 board game wise?
I don't know, but I'll tell you one thing.
You can't look that up.
I'm not-
Okay, I wish Board Game Geek, this is my thing. I wish Board Game Geek was easier to navigate.
It's not hard. You just hit advanced search.
No.
Put the years in.
No. Okay, well, can you show me how to do it right now?
Right here. See,
Well, then look it up and tell me what the number one game of 2007
you
was.
click advanced search when you go to the main site. Years published, and I just put in 2007.
Okay.
2007.
Let's discuss some games that come out
and
in
I will hit
2007.
submit.
Since you randomly forgot
I
what
just-
year
I
you
blanked.
were in.
Oh, no. Let me name some. Agricola pops up first. You know what came out in 2007? Brass Lancashire.
Huh?
Brass Lancashire
came out?
2007.
No, Brass Lancashire did not come out in 2007.
But the original version of Brass, which was renamed to Lancashire.
Whatever.
Race for the Galaxy, which I have not played, which I want to. Galaxy Trucker. I have
Never played it.
I have Galaxy Trucker on the tablet.
I've never played it.
Pretty fun. Age of Empires Discovery, which is Discovery Age of Empires.
Okay.
That was a great game. Kingsburg came out.
Good game.
Decent. Jamaica come out. Never played it, but Biblios.
Love that game.
I love Biblios.
2007, a good year.
The Year of the Dragon. I've been itching to play that.
I need you to show me how you just did that. Because remember,
I literally just showed you. Container came out.
You're like way far away from me. I can't see.
Tammany Hall came out. Tammany Hall's not that great.
You could have looked up 2018 a long time ago, and we could have seen more games that we probably forgot about.
No, I've been looking at my list of 2018 the whole time since we've been talking.
I don't know how to do that.
Well, it's because you just don't understand computers.
No, I don't. I'm not good.
So
if it's not in the hotness or the top 100, I don't know what I'm doing.
So another game that came out that I was kind of meh on was Chronicles of Crime. It's okay. I liked it single player.
Yes.
The worst game I played all year. This is the worst game I played all year. It was so bad. I opted to play it with Enrique and refused to play it with Gabi to subject you to it. Discoveries Lands Unknown by Fantasy Flight. I will tell you this right now. One of the worst board games I have ever played. Coming from I'm etching out crazy Kickstarters. I'm etching out everything else. I'm saying from an actual publisher and designer, Corey Chesnick, designer. Right. Corey Chesnick of Fantasy Flight fame, of Forbidden Stars, and he basically co-opted everything that had to do with all the games I love from Fantasy Flight.
Everybody swings and misses every now and then.
He didn't swing and miss. He fell asleep at the wheel.
He swung, missed, and farted all at once.
That was bad. One of the worst games I have played in a very long time. I'm not even going to talk about it. Do not Discovery the Lands of Unknown. It's bad.
No.
Bad. Let's see what else come out. Newton came out, which you liked. I'm okay. Decrypto come out 2018.
Decrypto, a fun party game. I've played it 3 times. Liked it every time. It's a little difficult to explain to non-gamers. It's not Codenames. Codenames to me of the modern era, it was compared a lot to Codenames. To me, Codenames is way easier to have non-gamers join in on.
Yes. Jurassic Park Danger Adventure Strategy Game. I played that at BGG.
You said it was not good.
Not good.
We had a comment on our YouTubes talk about, what do they think about any more Jurassic Park style games? They think Dinogenics looks better than Dinosaur Island. We, of course, say Dinogenics is better than Dinosaur Island. It's better than a Jurassic Park game. That's still an IP. That's still an idea I think is good. Can be made more games of, and I would be interested.
Yeah, if they would do it right. But I'm thinking that boat has
Dinogenics is about. I mean, it's out of the 2 I've played. It's the one I like.
So that's kind of it, is that the year of 2018 has been the year of reprints. The games that we truly liked were games that were either much lighter or games that simply were they were reprints, such as you talked about High Society. That blew us away.
Love High Society. And we had a discussion about this. High Society, for being a quick card game that quote unquote goes in the quote unquote filler category, which I don't even know that's something. That's a whole nother discussion as should we call them filler games. It's a game. Do you enjoy it or not? I love it. So why does it not rank higher? Well, because it's so short and like it's not that, but when I'm playing it, I don't know. That's a different discussion. But for me, the best games of the year, Brass, High Society, and whatever else comes next after that.
I really like brass. If you're a gamer, you need to be playing brass. Blanket recommendation to Welcome to and to Cryptid and to High Society. Also reprinted. If you don't have it, Arboretum. If you don't got it, you need to get it.
Exactly.
Love
Arboretum. Another reprint.
Another reprint.
So, okay.
Awesome.
I forgot. That makes my top 3 all reprints.
All reprints.
I completely forgot about Arboretum.
2018, the year of the reprint. Thank you, Average Joe Gamer. We appreciate all that you do, Joe G, and all of our fans for listening to us. Adinva.
Giuseppe. The list goes on and on.
Of
Frankie,
all 35 of our listeners.
Chris Souls. Chris something emailed us. He's been like very nice to us here lately.
Luke. I'm not your father. Anyways, we appreciate you, and we're sorry for the delay in our podcast.
Sorry, I'm not rich and don't have multiple laptops at my disposal.
True.
And also, sorry, I do not, but I will in the future upload everything immediately to an iCloud drive.
Please.
A cloud drive.
It's called the cloud now.
Drive.
That's what they call it.
The cloud.
It's
Google.
They don't own it.
Microsoft. Whatever it is. Put it in the cloud.
Thank you, friends. We'll see you next time.
Thank you for listening to the Board Game Snobs. Stay classy.